What's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. I'm here to talk about the Restore the Snyderverse movement in this video. It's been a while since I talked about this just because of the Batman hype and all the things we had to talk about with that movie. But anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this is not to kind of voice my frustration with the fandom and how they've been acting, but more so to give a little bit of hope to the fandom. And when there was hope, that's when the fandom was most basically most united, I guess you could say, and something I could really roll with. Anyways, we have Grace Randolph, who revealed some of her tea today, and some of it you may feel like is something you already thought, or some of it may be new to you. As you guys all know, there have been, Darren talked about it in our last video, there have been some delays for this this whole movie slate, and perhaps there are some changes that are going to be made during those delays to these movies. And one thing Grace Randolph said today, I'm going to show it right here. It's a tweet. It says, "You crazy Snyderverse fans, how you managed to stay alive is incredible." Fire emoji. I now hear Batfleck does not die in The Flash after all, at least not the most recent cut. June 2023, and a Discovery merger is a long path indeed. We shall see what happens. Now, a lot of people are going to get on Grace because Grace has kind of criticized some of the fans for their behavior, and I think that criticism is warranted. But I always thought that Grace was always just keeping it real in terms of how she feels at that moment. She was for sure down with the release of Snyder Cut, and when it came out, she was one of the biggest supporters of the movie. But she just has to go by whatever she feels or whatever her sources are telling her. And now, before her sources were telling her that he dies in the movie, and this was corroborated by other scoopers that Ben Affleck is going to die. And we've heard all of that up until just this tweet right now, where someone big like Grace, who's been wrong on things in the past for sure, but she has been right. And a lot of people like to really focus in and zone in on the things she's gotten wrong. But what she has gotten right has been big. So I'm hoping she's right here, or at least her sources. So she says Ben Affleck does not die in The Flash in the most recent cut of the movie. So maybe a good thing is about these delays is that it's gotten them to think about the alternate cut. So apparently they've screened the movie. Oh, I'm not sure if they screened the movie. They may have screened the movie already, and a lot of people talked about how Ben Affleck was going to die. But it looks like now they may be leaving the door open. So here's her follow-up tweet. It says, "I'm not going to ruin the Flash movie," which seems awesome, by the way. "Michael Keaton is still the new Batman. The door is left open for Batfleck to return at some point, maybe. Still no Henry Cavill," from what she says. And again, as of now, the movie is over a year away. So, okay, a lot of people are going to be upset that there's still no Henry Cavill as of right now. Now, we did have that report from someone who was working on set that he saw Henry Cavill. But then a lot of people went and did some real hardcore digging into that guy. And while he was working on set, the guy goes on to say, "Hey, I was really far away. It was late at night, so I'm not sure I saw what I saw, but that's what I thought at the time." So basically, Henry Cavill is still up in the air. Hopefully with these delays, we have some more room and potential time to get Henry Cavill involved, maybe signing some contracts, maybe come to some sort of agreement with the new Discovery CEO, and hopefully we can just get the ball rolling and get this DCEU back on a track that a lot of people can get down with. Now, right now, there are a lot of people who are giving it a chance. There's a lot of people who don't want to and don't even want to have this discussion unless we have some sort of compromise. You know, Restore the Snyderverse is the compromise, essentially. It's a big ask, but it's an ask I am down for as well. I'm just... You know, again, I've just got to keep things real. It's going to be real. That's going to be real big. But Grace Randolph giving this kind of hope is really a good sign, and I'm really excited. Now, I got to be keeping it real. Michael Keaton still being the new Batman. We've seen her on the set of Batgirl. You know, I'm not the most excited for it. Rewatching those Keaton movies, you know, while I loved them as a kid, they don't hold up for me at all. For me, they don't. They just don't. He's not in my top 3 of Batman. You know, it's up in the air with Bale or actually, no, it's not. Bale and Pattinson are fighting for second right now, whereas Ben Affleck still is my favorite Batman. So right now he doesn't want to do it, but the fact that they're keeping it open for him to return is a good sign because you never know with these things. Ben Affleck says he's done with these big movies, these big IP movies right now, but you never know what will change in the future with the change in hands of power. You never know. Maybe he'll be open to returning. I am very hopeful for that fact. I'm excited for the potential inclusion of him, or the change in the fact that he was going to die, I guess you should say, I could say. But the fact that all these movies are delayed, I am a little disappointed, because I just watched The Batman again like a day ago, and it still played the 2022 promo. So my brother, my cousin were getting hyped about that, and I had to tell them, like, I texted them earlier saying, hey, all these movies are delayed, so that's a straight bummer. But this is some good news, especially for the Restore the Snyderverse fans, because if we're not going to get it restored, or when I say restored, I mean getting a Justice League 2 and 3, the one thing I can hope for is that these characters that Zack brought on and their storylines continue in some form or fashion, even if Zack's not involved. But we'll see what the future holds. Like Grace says, it's a long road ahead. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you hyped? Do you believe Grace? Let me know what you think. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.